It starts with a flicker, a shimmer of light in your quiet room. You're just a boy, staring at star charts on your screen. The light is not from your lamp. It is not from the street outside. It blooms in the middle of the air, a silent, impossible flower of energy. It paints your walls in colors without names. A low hum begins to vibrate through the floor. It resonates deep inside your bones. This is not a dream. The air grows cold. A strange scent fills your nostrils. Ozone and dust from a place far away. Your heart beats faster, not with fear, but with a deep, aching curiosity. You have always looked at the stars. Now it seems the stars are looking back. You stand up slowly. Your chair scrapes against the wooden floor. The sound is loud in the sudden silence. The light solidifies. It forms a perfect circle of swirling mist. A portal. You can see things on the other side. Shapes and shadows that do not belong to your world. A choice hangs in the air. Stay in the world you know, or step into the unknown. You take a single step forward. The portal pulses gently. A voice echoes in your mind. It does not speak in words. It speaks in feelings, in concepts. A feeling of welcome, of immense distance, of a journey's end. You are standing on the edge of everything. The boy who loved the stars. And now the stars have opened a door. You reach out your hand. The air before the portal is cool to the touch. It feels like possibility itself. A figure emerges from the light. It is tall and impossibly thin. Its skin shimmers like oil on water. It wears long, flowing robes of a dark, star-dusted fabric. Two large black eyes fix upon you. There is no menace in them, only an ancient weariness and a hint of something else. Hope. The creature speaks. Its voice is a chorus of soft chimes. You are the one, it says. The words form perfectly in your mind, the one who gazes beyond the sky. You do not know how to respond. You simply nod. The alien trader extends a three-fingered hand. A small, glowing crystal rests in its palm. I am Xylar, the being chimes. A simple merchant of information. I offer you a partnership, a chance to see the wonders you dream of. He gestures to the crystal. This holds knowledge. Star lanes forgotten by time. Secrets of the starborn. He offers you the galaxy. For a price, you find your voice. What do you want? You ask. Xylar's dark eyes drift around your room. They land on a small object on your desk, a simple magnetic compass, a relic of an older age. That, he says, a tool that finds home. My people have forgotten such simple things. A strange trade, a compass for the secrets of the universe. It sounds like a pretty good deal. You pick up the compass. Its needle quivers, confused by the portal. You hold it out to him. A deal, you say. Xylar takes the compass with reverence. He places the glowing crystal in your hand. It is warm. It thrums with a gentle energy. Knowledge floods your mind. Blueprints, navigational data, whispers of lost worlds. A new alliance is forged, not with armies or governments, but with a boy in his bedroom. Your first mission begins at once. Xylar leads you through the portal. You step onto the deck of a small scout ship. It is sleek and dark. The inside is surprisingly simple. A cockpit with 3 seats, a small cargo hold, a view screen showing the swirling void. This is your new home. The third crew member is already there, a being called Keth. Keth is short and broad, covered in a tough gray hide like stone. He grunts a greeting. He is the pilot. His 4 arms move expertly over the controls. Xylar explains the task. You must retrieve a power source. It is from a derelict vessel in an uncharted system. Simple. The journey is a blur of streaking lights. You travel faster than you thought possible. Your stomach lurches with each jump. Keth pilots the ship with quiet competence. Xylar studies his new compass. He seems endlessly fascinated by it. He calls it a soul finder. You suppose he is not entirely wrong. You arrive at the derelict ship. It is a massive, silent hulk. Gouges of ancient battles mar its surface. It drifts in the void like a tomb. Keth brings your small ship in close. You dock with a soft hiss and a solid thud. The mission is yours. You must board the ghost ship. You must find the power source. Xylar gives you a scanner. Keth gives you a cold stare. He does not trust you. He does not trust this mission. You feel a chill that has nothing to do with the cold of space. The ship's corridors are dark and silent. Your light cuts through the oppressive gloom. Every surface is coated in a thin layer of frost. The air is thin. Your breath mists in front of your face. The scanner in your hand beeps softly. It leads you deeper into the vessel's heart. You feel like a ghost haunting a tomb. You pass the crew quarters. You see personal effects frozen in time. A game left unfinished. A data pad showing a smiling alien family. A deep sadness hangs in the air here. Something terrible happened on this ship. You can feel it. The silence is not empty. It is heavy, expectant. The scanner leads you to a large cargo bay. Automated defense turrets suddenly drop from the ceiling. Bright red targeting lasers sweep the room. You dive behind a stack of crates. Plasma bolts sear the air where you just stood. Keth grunts and fires his sidearm. The heavy blasts disable one turret. You use the opening. You dash to the next piece of cover. This is no simple salvage mission. This is a trap. You realize the power source is the bait. Someone did not want it found. You finally reach the container. It glows with a faint blue light. As your fingers touch the lock, the ship groans. A new threat appears. Scavenger droids. They scuttle out from the shadows on metallic legs. Their single red eyes are fixed on you. You came for a battery. You found a battle. The derelict ship orbits a dead world, a vast sphere of brown rock and dust. Your ship's sensors pick up faint energy readings. They emanate from the planet's surface. Keth calls the planet Coriax. He says it is a cursed place, a graveyard of a forgotten civilization. He wants to leave immediately, but the mystery is too strong. You search the derelict ship's bridge. You hope to find answers. The main console flickers to life. A single log entry remains. A panicked voice speaks in a long, dead language. The ship's computer translates. We did not know what we carried. It is a key. A signal. We tried to flee, but it called to something below. Something on the planet. The voice continues, filled with dread. It is the Great Silencer. It sleeps beneath the dust. Do not wake it. Flee. Flee this system. The message ends in a burst of static. The Great Silencer. The name sends a shiver down your spine. The power source you hold is not just a battery. It is a key. A trigger for something terrible. You must investigate the planet. Xylar agrees. The potential knowledge is too valuable. Keth protests. He says some secrets should remain buried, but you are the one with the vision. You are the one who traded a compass for the stars. You give the order. You will go down to the ruins of Coriax. You will uncover the truth. Your small ship descends through the thin atmosphere. Dust storms rage across the desolate landscape. You see the ruins of ancient cities. Great structures toppled and broken. They were not destroyed by war. They look like they simply gave up, as if hope itself died here. You land near the source of the energy signal. A vast, deep crater. At the center of the crater is a structure. It is a temple of some kind, made of a smooth, black metal that absorbs the light. A single entrance beckons. It leads down into the planet's core. The scanner in your hand hums louder. The power source in your pack feels heavier. You are standing at the edge of a great and terrible secret. You take a breath, and you step into the darkness below. Doubt begins to creep into your mind. You watch Keth at the ship's controls. The pilot is quiet, too quiet. He avoided your gaze during the entire descent. His movements are stiff. He did not want to come to this planet. Now you feel his resentment. It is a cold presence in the small cockpit. Xylar is busy calibrating his sensors. He is oblivious to the tension. He is a creature of knowledge, not of instinct. But you are human. You feel the shift in the air. You remember Keth's warning, his desire to leave the system. Was it fear, or was it something else? You decide to test him. Keth, you say casually, scan for life signs in the temple. Keth's hands freeze on the controls. There is no life here. He grunts. This world is dead. His answer is too quick, too certain. Just run the scan, you insist. Your voice is calm, but firm. Reluctantly, Keth taps a few controls. A schematic of the temple appears on the screen. He runs the scan. The screen remains blank. See? Nothing, he says. But you notice something. A flicker of movement in his eyes. He diverted a small amount of power from the scanner, just enough to weaken its sensitivity. He is hiding something. You confront him. Run it again, you say. Full power. Keth turns to you. His stony face is a mask of anger. The boy gives orders now? He sneers. Xylar looks up, finally sensing the conflict. What is this? He chimes. Keth, obey the captain. Keth hesitates. His 4 hands clench into fists. Trust has shattered. A sinister plan is at work, and your pilot is at the center of it. Keth finally relents. He runs the scan again at full power. A single massive energy signature appears. It is deep beneath the temple. It is the size of a continent, dormant, sleeping. This is the Great Silencer. Keth knew it was here. He was trying to protect it, or perhaps awaken it. Suddenly, Keth lunges. He shoves you aside. He grabs the power source from your pack. He sprints towards the ship's main reactor. The galaxy is sick, he shouts. It needs a cure. The silencer will bring order. He believes this weapon will save the universe by sterilizing it. He tries to jam the power source into the reactor conduit. It is the key. Your ship's energy will amplify its signal. It will be the alarm clock for that thing below. You tackle him. You both wrestle for the device. It slips from his grasp. It clatters across the floor. It slides into an open console port, a port for diagnostics. The ship's lights flicker and die. Then they all flash bright red. A piercing alarm blares. On the main screen, a message appears. Signal transmitted. A wave of energy erupts from your ship. It lances down into the temple, down into the heart of the planet. The ground begins to shake violently. Deep below the surface of Coriax, something massive stirs. The ancient war machine awakens. The planet trembles. Dust and rock are thrown into the air. A chasm rips across the surface of Coriax. From that chasm, the Great Silencer rises. It is not a ship. It is a machine the size of a small moon, a sphere of black, unknown metal, covered in conduits that glow with a terrifying red light. Its fury is a palpable thing, a wave of pure dread that washes over your small ship. Xylar stares at the view screen. His usual calm is gone. He is utterly terrified. Star science save us, he whispers. It is Oblithius, the system ender. Keth is on his knees. He stares at his own hands. He understands the horror of what he has unleashed. He has doomed not just you, but entire star systems. Oblivious begins to power up. Rings of energy form around its equator. They spin faster and faster. The machine is a weapon of unimaginable scale. It does not target your ship. It considers you beneath its notice. Its target is the system's sun. Its goal is to make it go supernova, to erase this entire cluster of stars from existence. You have to act. You have to stop it. But what can your tiny scout ship do? Your weapons would be like pebbles against a mountain. Keth looks at you. His eyes are filled with despair and a plea for redemption. There is no stopping it, he says. We are already dead. But you are human. You do not accept no-win scenarios. Xylar, you command. Find a weakness. Any schematic, any legend, anything. Xylar's fingers fly across his console. He searches the data you bought from him, the data he traded for a simple compass. Hope is a fragile thing, but it is all you have. The war machine prepares to fire. The end of a solar system is seconds away. As Oblivious powers its main weapon, reality begins to fray. A strange energy wave washes over your ship. It is not a blast of heat or radiation. It is a wave of temporal distortion. The chronometer on the console spins wildly. For a moment, you see Keth as a youngling. You see Xylar as an ancient, withered version of himself. The past and future are bleeding into the present. The view screen flickers. It shows your ship. But it is a wreck, torn apart by an unseen force, a glimpse of a possible future. Then it shows your childhood bedroom, the star charts on the wall, the feeling of safety, of home. It is a weapon that attacks your mind, your perception of time, your sanity. Xylar shrieks in confusion. He is reliving a memory from centuries ago. Keth is frozen, staring at his hands as they shift between young and old. The time drift is affecting them more severely. Their alien minds are not built for this kind of paradox. But your mind, your human mind, is different. It is more chaotic, more adaptable. You can see the distortions, but you are not lost in them. You can still think. You realize Oblivious does not just destroy matter. It erases its history. It is the ultimate weapon. It does not just kill you. It makes it so you never existed at all. The pressure on your mind is immense. You feel your memories slipping, the names of your parents, the color of your sky. You fight to hold on. You race to reset the timeline, or at least to shield your ship. You must recalibrate the ship's shields. You need to match their frequency to the temporal wave. It is a desperate gamble, an idea born of human intuition, not of alien logic. You push the confused Keth aside. You take the pilot's seat. Your hands fly over the controls. You have to stabilize reality before it collapses completely. The temporal energy surges through you. It does not break your mind. Instead, it opens it. For a single blinding moment, you see everything. 1,000 possible futures branch out before you, an infinity of tomorrows. You are no longer just a boy. You are a navigator of possibilities. You see a future where Oblivious succeeds. The galaxy is a dark, silent graveyard. Stars wink out one by one. You see a future where you escape, but you are hunted for the rest of your life. You see futures of war, of plague, of endless suffering. The weight of all these tomorrows is crushing. Then you see it, a single, thin thread of light. A future where you win. It is a small chance, a desperate, improbable victory. A vision comes to you, a cryptic prophecy. It is not in words. It is a feeling, a set of coordinates, a path through the storm. The vision shows you a weak point, a vulnerability inside the massive war machine. It is a chronal core, the very source of the time drift, the heart of the beast. The prophecy shows you how to reach it. A dangerous flight path through its energy fields. A path that would be suicide for any normal pilot. But you have seen the future. You know the way. Your next choice is clear. The fate of the galaxy depends on it. You share the vision with your crew. You show them the coordinates, the path to the chronal core. Xylar analyzes the data. His face turns grim. To destroy the core, he says, his voice trembling. It will cause a feedback loop, a chronal explosion. He points to a star chart. The blast will be contained. But the shock wave will erase this system. He points to the third planet. It is inhabited. A peaceful pre-warp civilization. Billions of lives. They will never know what hit them. They will simply cease to have ever existed. You are faced with a terrible choice. Let Oblithius sterilize the galaxy, one system at a time, or sacrifice one innocent world to save trillions. Keth looks at you. He sees the weight of the decision on your shoulders. I unleash this horror, he says quietly. The debt is mine, but I will not trade one genocide for another. He stands with Xylar. They believe saving the innocents is the only moral choice, even if it means their own deaths. Do you sacrifice humanity? Do you sacrifice this one world? Or do you find another way? The dilemma tears at you. The cold logic of the greater good versus the fire of compassion. You look at the image of the doomed planet. You see its blue oceans, its green continents. It looks so much like home. You make your decision. No, you say. We will not be monsters to fight a monster. You will not sacrifice those people. A new resolve hardens within you. There has to be another way. Xylar looks at you with pity. There is no other way. The choice is grim, but it is the only one. You shake your head. Then we make another choice. Your path is set. You will face the war machine head-on. You will save everyone. Or die trying. You take the controls. You steer the small ship directly towards Oblithius. The war machine is so large it fills the entire view screen. It is a world of hostile metal and burning energy. Keth and Xylar brace for impact. They think you have chosen suicide, but you are following the vision, the desperate path. Oblithius finally registers you as a threat. Its surface opens up. Thousands of smaller drones pour out. They swarm towards your ship like angry insects. You dive and weave. You pilot the ship with a preternatural skill. You are not just flying. You are dancing with the future you saw. You anticipate every drone, every laser blast. Energy beams strike your shields. The ship shudders violently. Alarms scream around you. The hull groans under the strain. Red lights flash across the cockpit. Xylar is chanting a prayer in his native tongue. Keth is gripping his seat, his knuckles white. He is watching you with a look of awe. You fly deeper into the machine's defenses. You are nearing the surface. You can see the complex structures, the energy conduits pulsating with power. They are the arteries of the beast. Your target is not the chronal core anymore. Your new plan is to give the machine a heart attack. You need to disable its main power grid. It is an impossible task. Your weapons are too weak. You are out of time. The final showdown is here. The battle for tomorrow has begun. The ship is failing. The shields are at 2%. The port engine is on fire. You have done all you can. But it is not enough. You cannot get close enough to the main energy conduit. The drone swarm is too thick. Despair begins to set in. You have failed. Then, Keth speaks. His voice is calm, resolute. You showed me a better way, boy, he says. You chose compassion over calculation. He stands up. He walks to the small maintenance pod at the back of the ship. My life is a debt. Let me pay it. Before you or Xylar can stop him, he is inside the pod. He seals the door. His voice comes over the comms. I will clear a path for you. Overload the pod's reactor at the conduit's main junction. It is a suicide mission. The explosion will be tiny. But if the placement is precise, it might cause a chain reaction. A flicker of hope in the darkness. Xylar pleads with him. Keth, there is no honor in this. Keth's voice is steady. There is redemption. He launches the pod. It is small and fast. The drones ignore it at first. It is too insignificant. He pilots it with a master's skill. He dodges and weaves through the storm of energy. He is heading for a bright, glowing node on the machine's surface, the heart of its power grid. You watch the small pod on the screen, a single point of light against the immense darkness. Goodbye, Keth says. Then the screen goes white. The explosion is small, but Keth's aim was perfect. The energy conduit ruptures. A chain reaction begins. Power arcs across the surface of Oblivious. Drones fall silent and drift away. The massive machine shudders. Its internal systems fail. A portal of raw energy opens near the ruptured conduit. A temporary wormhole into the machine's central core. Keth did not just clear a path. He gave you a door, a sacrificial strike that has given you one last chance. You fly the battered ship through the energy portal. You are inside the war machine. It is a vast, cavernous space. The chronal core pulses before you, a star of unstable time energy. You fire your weakened weapons at it. The blasts are absorbed without effect. But Keth's sacrifice gave you an idea. You vent your ship's entire plasma coolant supply. You fire a single torpedo into the superheated cloud. The resulting explosion is not large, but it is intensely hot. The chronal core, a thing of pure temporal energy, cannot handle the sudden thermal shock. It cracks. It splinters. Reality around you twists and snaps back into place. Oblivious, the great silencer, goes quiet. The galaxy breathes a collective sigh of relief. The threat is over. On distant worlds, astronomers watch the strange energy source go dark. They do not know how close they came to oblivion. They only know that they are safe. Your ship drifts out of the now inert machine. It is barely holding together. You have survived. You and Xylar are the only ones left. You mourn the loss of Keth. He was a zealot, a fool. But in the end, he was a hero. His sacrifice saved billions. You broadcast a message, a warning about the dormant machine, a memorial for the pilot who gave his life. You vow that the galaxy will have new protectors. You will be its shield. The weight of this promise is heavy, but you will not bear it alone. A transmission comes through. It is from the system you fought so hard to save. The peaceful civilization sends a message of profound gratitude. They track the energy signatures. They saw your battle. They do not understand the specifics, but they know you saved them. They offer you sanctuary, a place to repair your ship, to rest. They send coordinates to a location hidden within a dense nebula. They call it a place of new horizons. Hope returns. You are not just adrift. You have a destination, a purpose. You set a course for this new frontier. You are no longer just a survivor. You are an envoy of a saved galaxy. Before you leave the system of Coriax, a final scan of Oblivious reveals something. A hidden chamber. A room deep inside the machine that was shielded from the chronal core's destruction. Curiosity overtakes you. You must know its final secret. You guide your ship back inside the dead machine. The chamber is a library, a repository of immense knowledge. You find a central artifact, a glowing sphere of data. It is the machine's original memory core, its prime directive. Oblivious was not built as a weapon. It was a terraforming device, a creator of worlds. Its purpose was to seed life across the galaxy. The logs tell a story of corruption. Its creators grew fearful. They twisted its purpose. They turned a tool of life into a weapon of death. The artifact you hold contains all of it. The blueprints for creating life. The schematics for a weapon of ultimate destruction. This knowledge could reshape destiny. It could usher in an age of creation, or an age of galactic warfare unlike any seen before. The power in your hands is terrifying. You return to your ship. You hold the artifact, the sum of a civilization's genius and its fear. Xylar looks at you. He understands the weight of what you have found. What will you do? He asks. His voice is a soft whisper. The question echoes in the silence of the cockpit. It echoes in your soul. You look out at the stars. The new horizon awaits, the promise of a safe harbor. But you carry a fire that could forge a new dawn, or burn the galaxy to ash. The choice is yours. Destroy the knowledge forever. Hide it away, or share it. Trust that others will choose creation over destruction. You are the boy who bought tomorrow. You paid for it with bravery and with loss. Now you must decide what that tomorrow will look like. Your resolve settles. Your path becomes clear. You know what you must do. The future is not written in the stars. It is written in the choices you make right now. And you are ready to choose.